Ashley.
So Mark is here. We're so excited to have him. Welcome, Mark.
What is up?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
What's going on?
Hey, Mark.
Thank you.
Hey,
Boy, I'm so glad I get to see you, Mark.
how's everybody doing?
Good.
So Mark, Allie wants to do an introduction for you, and then we'll have you take it away. And then we can do, a little question and answer like we did the last time, if that sounds good.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
to do this week or next week.
Hey, you better be prepared, Mark. I got some good stuff about you.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, before she does that,
Yeah.
If everyone's ready, Deb?
is there,
Hold on, Mark wants to say something first.
Is
Let's-
there-
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay. Is it okay if I record this? I just want to record a little bit because they wanted to use it
They can see.
for a little bit of a clip.
Yeah, absolutely. And I recorded too. So between the two of us, most definitely. I could send you the
Oh, I want that for
recording
a
too.
Christmas gift.
Oh, good. Okay. So if as long as you're recording, maybe it's better if you send it to me. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we could both do, but I'll definitely have it for you, Mark. No
good.
problem.
All right, Allie, take
All
it
right,
away.
Allie, you're up.
Okay. I like to introduce my friend Mark Sudol. He is a news reporter from News12 Connecticut. He is a Connecticut native and has more than 25 years of broadcasting experience. He has won several awards for journalism, and he joined News12 back in 2009. You probably have seen him reporting the news. Mark is a graduate of the University of Connecticut, and he worked at the campus radio station reporting news and sports. After working at several commercial radio stations, he broke into television as a sports producer for WFSB TV in Hartford. His first on-air job was in Kirksville, Missouri, where he won the weekend, where he was the weekend news and weather anchor. He is a great friend of Special Olympics. It is my pleasure to introduce my friend, Mark Sudol.
Yay!
Yay.
Wow, with an introduction like that, I don't know how to go on. I mean, that was fantastic.
Practice.
Wow.
Wow, you are a natural.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you and everybody else. I enjoy doing this, and I'm so glad that we can all get together. Obviously, hopefully, again, we can do it in person, but
Or can do it on there. Good.
Oh, I
That's
gotta
right.
volume it up a little.
that's right. I mean, this is just as easy, right? And then you can
That's better.
sit in the comfort of your own home, right? So,
Okay.
I'm at my niece's house.
oh, you are very nice. And did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine was low key, Mark.
Okay.
Mine was busy.
Mine was a hell yeah.
By the way, I love the email you sent me, Mark.
Well, I love your emails too, and I welcome going through Debbie. If any of you guys want to email me or contact me, that's fantastic, and hopefully we get to connect a little bit. So, I guess, does anybody have any questions before we continue? Or
Actually, Mark, I have a question. What was the story you reported on at the mall the other day you told me about?
oh yeah, so it was Black Friday. And of course, Black Friday is a big day for shopping, right? Getting ready for the holidays. And what I thought was so unusual is we went to the Trumbull Mall, the Westfield Mall in Trumbull, and it's usually a pretty busy place, but we were there a little bit after 10 in the morning, and there was like nobody there. I couldn't
That's
believe it.
boring.
It was the strangest thing. Yeah, it was so odd, but I guess later in the day, it finally did pick up. It did rain, earlier in the day, so maybe people didn't want to go out because it was raining, but I think you're seeing too, probably more people are probably shopping online too. So
Hey, that's what we did.
is that
That's
what
what
you
we
did?
did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I did. I was shopping at the mall, Memphis Mall.
So did you guys get all your Christmas shopping done already?
No, I did. I'm
Look
going
at
to
a
do.
bed load, Mark.
I think I started with my
Boy.
Christmas cards, actually.
Boy, I
You
did.
got your Christmas cards done. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and that's what's more important because it's looking good so far.
And
Just like
advocacy.
a couple, then I'll be all set.
And I'm going on vacation.
Where are you going on vacation?
to California. My mom and my
Whoa.
stepdad live over there because my mom moved for her job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend Christmas and New Year's with them.
That's
You live
nice.
Do you live
Nice.
by your dad, Brummy?
I'm sorry?
Brummy, do you live alone?
I do.
Do
Oh,
I
great,
live-
Remy. That's terrific.
Thanks. I've been living on my own since 2017.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
good for
nice.
you.
Wow.
Well, I see some familiar faces from when we did this before.
So
Are-
what was the, like, Mark, did they have empty stores or did they have some there still?
Well, yeah, there were some empty stores, but you could still get 50% off, which is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So, but I think folks came out a little bit later on in the day, so that's good.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, you're already ahead.
So are you guys up for, because I do see some familiar faces. You want to go around and just say who you are so I get to know everybody a little bit?
Oh, you know me.
Well, yeah, I know you. I know you and Gavin pretty well. Yeah.
I'm Bobby.
Oh, hey, Bobby. Yeah, I think you were on last time. How are you?
Hi, I'm
I'm
Logan.
doing good. I'm gonna finish my Christmas shopping already.
You're all done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, Bobby, you're
I
fast.
started
my
January of this year all the way to now.
Wow.
Hello, my name is Logan.
Hi, Logan. Who else we got?
I'm
My
John.
name is John.
I'm John.
Oh, hey, John.
Hey.
I remember John. Yeah.
I'm Abby.
Hey, Abby.
And yeah, I went over the edge this year for Special Olympics.
Uh-huh.
There's
I
Albert.
repelled down Mohegan's Sun.
Hey, Albert.
And yeah, Brian, I saw Brian chimed in on the chat. Yeah.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, Albert. Barbara's here too.
Hi,
Oh,
Barbara.
look, Debbie just made it
That's
easy.
that.
Whoa, guys, one at a time here.
All the names just popped up, so that makes it even easier.
I'm Kimberly, and I'm a huge sports fanatic. Literally.
Awesome.
March
Kimber-
Madness is my go-to.
What is?
March Madness for college basketball,
Yes.
especially UConn. I saw them winning both the men and the women in their little tournament they was just in this past weekend.
Yeah, men and women are both undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
don't crazy women's hockey. I like when they get physical. Oh yeah.
Jennifer, did you have something you're going to add?
So far, they're undefeated.
So far, yes, so far they're undefeated. With the men are in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I'm actually going to the
Yes!
UConn. I'm actually going to the UConn women's game on December 18th at the casino.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I get
Yes!
half court. Really, like 4 rows up.
That's fantastic.
Which
That's 'cause
casino?
we got connections at Mohegan Sun, so.
Now, Barbara has her hand up. That's not Barbara. That's Barbara's iPad.
That's me.
That's the new guy,
John.
John Mark.
My name is John from Hartford.
John, how are you?
All right. I'm going to 3 UConn women games this year.
Wow.
Got Jake's segue.
I'm hoping I get to one of them.
I go to the UConn games every year.
Yeah, they're fun. I enjoy watching them in person or on TV. Yeah.
I have a UConn shirt.
I'm sorry, you have a Yukon what?
Shirt.
Oh, you have a UConn shirt.
Stop.
So do you guys have questions for Mark
Quicken.
about being a reporter for News 12 or anything else?
That's amazing.
I love the news.
Are we gonna be done
The
at
thing
7
right there.
o'clock?
Wait, quick.
So Mark, I have a question for you.
Yes,
who
Kimberly.
inspires-
There.
So who inspired you to become
no,
a news
right there.
reporter?
Well, I guess a few people inspire me. As a kid, I think I always wanted to do this, but just didn't know how to go about it, I guess like everybody else. So, I got interested in college radio as you know, Ali had mentioned, I had a little bit of a
Where's your
background in
volume?
radio there. So that kind of got the ball rolling for me. And I got to meet some people in the industry and see how they did it and how they got where they were. And I think that's just half the battle, right? Like you guys learn when you do your jobs and stuff like that. Like Ali, has told me about, some of her jobs. It's like you just kind of watch what these people do, and then you kind of learn from them, and you guys do it yourselves, right? So I see a hand up. Natasha has her hand up.
Yes, hello. Good evening, Mark. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Since you're working for WFSB on TV, what kind of reporting do you do for like individuals who are disabilities for Special Olympics?
First of all, I love your accent. It's fantastic. And yeah, so at News 12, I do all kinds of different stories. I mean, we do, we do fun stories. We do, unfortunately, sometimes we cover some sad stories that happen, but I really like the fun ones. And we do some stories, certainly with folks who have disabilities. And I think it's important, in telling these stories that people know that, there are resources and there are people that, love all of us, right? And we all want to, get along and have fun. And that's why I love, and I can't wait till I can get back there, is go and watch you guys compete, because to me, that's the coolest thing. You guys inspire me, honestly, when I go to watch you guys compete, because you guys never let anything get you down, right? I mean, you don't. I mean, that's an inspiration to all of us. So kudos to every one of you. Ali, I'm not surprised you have your hand up.
Yeah. I was gonna say, since you and I know each other, so maybe we can tell the people like how we met and stuff, and how we became good friends, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, we first met back at a Special Olympics competition in Weston, right? Wasn't it Weston?
I think it was still Shelton that you met me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
someone
it was
Shelton.
later. I guess first it was Weston, and then it was Shelton. And I got to not only get to know Ali, but her mom and dad, and I met some of her siblings and
one brother.
Yes, and it's very cool. It's very cool. Your parents have done a lot for Special Olympics and are just such nice people. John from Hartford has his hand up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mark, what's your favorite college team?
Oh, UConn. Yeah, I went to UConn. Yeah, I went.
The women or the men?
I graduated UConn in 1988, and they were not very good back then.
What do you like better, the women or the men?
They started to get better, and actually, when I was there, let's see, in the late 80s, they won the NIT, and then from there, under Jim Calhoun, they really took off. And then it was right around the same time that Gino came. So, yeah. Let's see, who else? Ashley, you have your hand up.
Hi, my name is Ashley from Connecticut.
Where in Connecticut are you from, Ashley?
Woodstock Valley.
Woodstock Valley, very nice. Woodstock Fair is a lovely thing.
Yeah, I've been to it many of times, but this year is very, very crowded.
Yeah, well, I imagine after COVID, people want to get back out there. Yeah.
So my question for you is, when you do the news, how do you feel about talking to other people? Because I know sometimes people don't want to talk in the microphone and some people do. So how do you feel like if they don't want to? Do you just let them like not do it, or do you like talk them into it?
Oh, you're good. We gotta get you a gig here. You're pretty good. No, I would never try to persuade someone to do something they don't want to do. If they want to do it, that's great, but it should come naturally anyway. Nobody should be forced into being interviewed, right? I mean, it's not gonna come out very good, right? So no, I would never do that. Dan, sir, you have your hand up, I see.
Excuse me. We went to visit an old friend they ask what I do. When I am not working, I love going to libraries. Do you like libraries?
I do love libraries. So you like to read then, huh? Do you like to read?
I love to read books. And I
Yes.
love to write books.
Oh, you like to read and write. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, look, books are great. And what I love about libraries is so quiet. It's so quiet, and you can find pretty much anything you need in terms of books or movies. Some libraries even have a snack bar, right? I noticed that I went to one in Westport, has its own like snack bar. You can like record music in there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you for your question, Dan.
You.
Chris Piotrowski is cooking up some pierogies over there. What's going on?
Not much. I did have a question. What do you think about connecting with UConn you do when you're in college?
What did I think about going to UConn?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was great. I had applied to some other schools. I applied to University of Rhode Island and Syracuse. I actually went into school for engineering, and
Okay.
I ended up changing careers after the first year. I loved UConn. It was close. You know, I grew up in central Connecticut, and it was relatively close to home, so it was great.
I got another question for you and Debbie.
You got one for me and Debbie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking, you know how people go to UConn games? I was thinking one of us, like for Global Messengers, go out, give a word of inspiration to whoever's playing. Because we start thinking about no matter what the team is, we have the right to speak and tell them that I have this ability, but I believe that this team can do more.
Excellent, Chris.
Very good, Chris. Thank you so much.
I have another question.
Okay, Ashley, I'll let it go this time because I see there's other hands up, but okay, yes.
What is your favorite thing to do with your family on the weekends?
Well, hopefully nothing, but because after working all week, I kind of just want to chill with the fam a little bit. But a lot of times, of course, especially this time of year, we end up doing projects around the house. We're starting to decorate a little bit for Christmas, and of course, we will get all our presents and stuff like that. Just got the leaves wrapped up a couple weeks ago, so yeah, there's always something fun to do. But it's fun to do it with others, and especially.
I got another question for you, Mark. How do you know what stories to do?
Allie, let's get some other people to, ask some questions too. I know a lot of people have their hands up. I want to try to get to everybody.
Yeah,
we'll come back to you if there's time for sure.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. Let's go to Aaron. Aaron, I see you've got your hand up.
Okay. Now I have a real true question. Have you ever worked with Denise DeCenzo from Channel 3?
I have had the pleasure of working with Denise. Yes. When I was when I kind of started my career was at Channel 3, and so I was a sports producer there in the early late 80s, early 90s. I also worked in the studio a little bit, and Denise was just the sweetest person you'll ever meet. Nice lady. And it was so sad to hear that she left us, but we have such fond memories of her, and I think we can just hold on to those. Thank goodness,
And the other thing I wanted to say, I know you worked with Gabe King and everything else, and the rest of the crew from the Eyewitness News team.
Yeah. You got a good memory. Wow.
I love those guys though, because let me tell you, I love those guys though because they kept up with everything on the news. And when we were in like bad situations where I think we had our first hurricane when that happened over here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And you guys kept up on everything. And then I remember when we had our first huge snowstorm, and we were up to like up to our knees and everything else. So, and they had no snow blowers and everything else. So they had no place to put the snow because the snow was so deep, and it took us almost 4 days to get rid of the snow. And all our street, because I live in Norwich right now, and all our streets in Norwich were so deep, we couldn't even get. We had to try to help people to get them out of the snow and everything else, and it was tough. But you guys kept up on everything and told us to be safe out there and everything else. So, and make sure everything else went well with traffic and everything else. So, and we appreciate that and everything else. So, thank you.
That's good, John.
Aaron, that's very nice of you to say. And that's one of the things that I hope that, people will turn to us for, especially, when we get these storms, is that, we want to make sure that we're providing the information that people need to know, like, can you leave your house, don't touch live wires, all these things are important for people to be aware of, and we want to make sure everybody's safe. Thank you, Aaron. Brittany has her hand up.
I have some sad news.
Oh.
My brother, Stephen Michael Rodriguez Jr. has passed away, Debbie.
Oh, Brittany, I'm really sorry.
Me too.
Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep him in our thoughts and prayers, Brittany. We'll be thinking of you and your
Yeah.
family.
My grandmother will watch over him, Brittany.
Yeah. We're glad you're with us tonight. We hope it kind of
Yes.
helps to be with friends.
We hope so. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, stick with us, Britt. I think Stanley has a question, right, Stanley?
Stanley, yes, he's got his hand up. Hello, Stanley.
Hi, Mark. Well, I have a question. How did it evolve with the Special Olympics?
Oh, that's a good question. How did I get involved with Special Olympics? Well, that's a very good question. Actually, it went back even before I worked at News 12. When I worked in Vermont, when I worked in the station up there, I used to do host the Special Olympics events, the Winter Games there in Quechee, Vermont. And then when I came to News 12, I started covering Special Olympics events and got to meet Debbie and Bo and Allie and some of those folks, and just wanted to get involved, and it's been wonderful. I love hanging out with you guys. Justin, hello, how are you?
Good. My name's Justin from Weathersfield. I've been with Special Olympics for doing Special Olympics for over 20 years. My two main sports are track and field and basketball. And I became a global messenger in 2019. And also, Debbie can chime in with this too. For every meeting we've had, global messenger, I've gotten certain guests, Frank Lewis from UConn, Kevin Nathan, Heidi Voigt, just to name a few. So basically, I'm in charge of booking all the guests. Right, Debbie?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking, so we can hear the speaker. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in charge of helping to book the guests, right, Debbie?
Yeah, you do a great job of it, Justin, for sure. Do you have a question for Mark?
No, I just wanted to introduce myself.
Oh, that's very nice, Justin. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Don't forget me.
Well, hello, and what do you have to say?
I'm Alexandra, and I'm from Greenwich, and I love listening to Christmas music.
Oh, who doesn't love that, right? I listen to some Christmas music on the way home. Do you like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
even
that
like
is that one of the
Slate.
coolest songs or what?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I like listening to Straight No Chaser and Pentatonics.
Okay, is this name a tattoo?
Let's narrow it down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Love it. Oh, I see a hand up over here.
Oh, hello.
That's not Gail, but it's
That's
yours,
Ryan, Mark.
Ryan, hello.
Yep. Yes.
Hello. I'm Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
I'm just using my mom's name because I am Ryan. I'm her son.
Okay.
My question is, my question is, I'm trying to think of it. It's coming to me right now.
How can I get support?
How do you get support for being with people like us with inclusion? Because I know you are very big with diversity on News 12.
Yes. Well, so you're asking about diversity on News 12 or?
Get support for both, for inclusion and your sense of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, look, in terms of inclusion, I think no matter who you are, you should be included in everything, in the human race. I mean, look, we're all created equal, right? No matter what, how tall or short we are, or big or small, whatever. I mean, we're all the same, right? I mean, and
Yes.
I just love that we can all get together. I get to see all your faces. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I see a hand up here. It just says iPhone 12.
That's Remy.
Allie's
I'm
got
not
it.
trying to help you out, Mark.
Well, I thank you. Go
Well,
for it, sister.
okay, well, I'm also a big News 12 fan because I even have the News 12 app on my phone.
What?
Yeah.
You
And-
have the News 12 app. Has anybody
cool.
seen the News 12 app? Look at that.
No.
And I constantly get
Where's my
notifications.
camera? There it is. You can't, it looks terrible. You can't see that.
Funny.
But anyway, if you don't have it, get it. And- oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, I love how I get the notifications from News 12 because I get to know what's going on in the world.
Yes.
And I also love it that I always check the weather. So I know how much I need to layer up.
See? That's
That's
great.
good.
That's what you want to know. Again,
Well,
like I talked about before, I mean, hopefully that's what we're providing you is some information, right? This is what I talked to Aaron about. Hopefully we're providing you some information that you need, like, I mean, you notice this week, right? It's been kind of warm and it's been kind of cold. It's kind of going up and down. Well, yeah, you want to know when you walk out in the morning, well, do I need a heavy jacket? Do I need a light coat? Do I need a hat, right?
Do I need less layers, more
Well,
layers?
That's right. Yeah, you want to know this stuff. So
Yeah.
if you can't watch it on TV, you can always download the News 12 app on your phone. Then you'll get all the same notifications that she gets. Yeah.
Yeah, I get them every day.
I love it. I love what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm very enthusiastic for News 12 because I like to know what's going on and I like to know how to stay safe and healthy so I don't get sick.
I know. Ever since COVID, we had to rethink all this stuff, right? Do I get vaccinated, or do I have to wear a mask, or how close can I get to people, right? It's all stuff that we have to think. Got to wash my hands. I have not washed my hands this much in my entire life, I don't think.
Wow, that's interesting.
To wear a mask.
That's weird.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any other hands, though? Kimberly, do you have another question?
Yeah, so if you could interview anyone from your favorite sports team, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Wow, you guys have really good questions. I love UConn basketball, but my favorite team of all time is the Boston Red Sox, a baseball team.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
Yes. So
Yes.
now the guy that I
love
grew up
baseball.
watching was a guy by the name of Carl Yastrzemski.
Oh yeah.
And he's retired now, but I think it would be cool to interview Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah.
Maybe like Nick Pivetta or one of those pitchers, but
Yeah.
it's
What about JD Martinez?
JD Martinez. Yeah, I hope he's going to re-sign this year. We don't know yet, right? There's still some guys that could go to other
we don't
teams.
know yet, pretty much.
Yeah, he's a bit poppy and she's in third tech.
Oh, I know, right? You're rattling them all off.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
I've been
goodness.
watching these since they started playing. And I really love them. And I want to see Padua, my favorite shortstopper.
Who was your favorite?
No, I'm on to see Padua. He's
Oh,
the
Nomar
shortstop.
Garcia-Parra.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
wow, you're going back.
That's a good one.
Yes,
I think he's still married to Mia Hamm, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
Now, no, Justin, did you have a question?
Justin Prince?
Me?
Oh, no, Justin Riker? Or I know Jake had a question, right?
Oh, hello.
Jake, okay. And Jake has a Yukon shirt on, is that right?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Let's see. I want to know what advice you would have for someone who's gonna be interviewed, pretty much.
Your advice for somebody being interviewed?
Yeah.
Oh, advice for somebody being interviewed? I think really just being yourself. That's what you guys are all good at. You guys could really teach a lot of people, how to just be yourself, because I think the adults in this world, we get kind of wrapped up in
our own stuff.
Life and work and everything else that, sometimes you forget what's important. And you guys really have a good hold on what's important in life, and you guys know how to have fun, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, fun is the best thing to do.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's a great question, Jake.
That is a great question. Okay, Allie, I see you have your hand. Okay.
Yeah, I have another question to ask. How do you know when and where to prepare a story and like where to go?
Well, that's a good question, because what we do is every morning we have a morning meeting. So we get in about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we all get together at the table, kind of like we're all together now, and we talk about some of the stories that are out there and what's making news that day, and that kind of determines what stories we cover, where we go. And a perfect example is when I came in yesterday, I thought I might be doing a travel story on from the holidays. There were a lot of holiday accidents. We had some fatalities and everything. So I thought I was going to maybe do something with that. And then as we talked more about it, of course, there was that terrible fire in Mystic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you cover that story, Mark?
So they said, well, why don't you go cover that? So now for us, it's kind of a long way from Norwalk.
Yeah, it is a long way.
So we went down to Mystic yesterday. I mean, I love Mystic. I'm not gonna, I love
So do
going.
I.
Oh yeah.
And it was fortunate that nobody was hurt. I mean, I think one firefighter suffered minor injuries, but thank goodness nobody was hurt. There's a lot of damage, some buildings and some boats, but that can all be repaired. But you can't bring somebody back from the dead, obviously. So thank
Very
goodness.
impressive, Mark.
Thank
Happy for
goodness
you.
everybody was okay. Yeah.
Oh.
I see another
Angie had
hand up here. Is
Angie
Angie? Angie, can you hear me? Angie, did
Yeah,
we-
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Then when you were talking about the Mystic Fire, would that near the lights that on the river that they are doing for Christmas?
In Mystic, I'm not sure. I mean, it happened on the Mystic River, which is just a little bit, it was just a little bit south of the center of Mystic.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah. And I know that on Saturday they do this yearly kind of boat parade where they decorate boats for the holidays and they kind of parade down the river. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure though where those other lights are. They do some really cool decorations though.
Albert, did you have a question next? I think you're on mute. Just unmute yourself there, Albert. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, yes,
There you
I'm
go.
here.
Hey, Albert.
Mark, what, we're in Hartford. Where can we get Channel 12 so we can watch you?
Well, that's a very good question. What are you're in Hartford?
Yeah.
All right. So all you would do is go to on your web browser, you just go to news12.com, and then you'll have to select the Connecticut region. And I think you can even watch us. I think you can even watch some of the live shows on there. You know, they used to have a firewall up there. They finally took that down because it didn't make any sense. So this way, anybody anywhere can watch it. So hopefully you get to check it out, Albert.
Okay,
I'll send you guys the link in my follow-up email so you all have it. You can tune in and watch Mark.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can watch them from my email. I always email him all the time, Deb.
Great, great.
Awesome. Good friends.
Great. I think John Berlante had a question. Right, John?
John.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I have like an interesting question that I wanted to ask you. When you were back in college many moons ago, sorry, many moons ago, yeah, did to get you into the news network, I mean, did you interview anybody from college or anybody or anything like that?
Yeah, when I was in college, I used to actually, when I worked at the campus radio station, I did kind of what the heck did I call it? It was kind of like out and about UConn or something like that. So just kind of like you go around, and I interviewed some of the coaches and people who were just hanging out at the cafeteria or whatever. But what was cool is when I worked at the campus radio station, I had my own weekly sports show. And so I used to also cover the old Hartford Whalers.
Oh yeah, I remember them. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember
Hockey.
that team.
So we would get to go to I pretty much went to every one of the games, and I got to interview some of the athletes and stuff like that. It was really, really cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I miss the Whalers.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I think they were good for Hartford, but
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
And now they're actually the Hurricanes now.
Yeah, the Hurricane. I know I can't follow them. I kind of became a Bruins fan, I guess, by default because
Me too.
I couldn't root for the Hurricanes. So
the Whalers.
Oh no.
Who are the Whalers, Mark?
Oh, the Whalers were a professional hockey team that ESPN used to make fun of, that they played at the mall, because because the ice rink was right at the Hartford Civic Center, right? So so they played in the old WHA, which was an old hockey league, and really came into existence in the late 70s, and then by the early 2000s, I guess they left town. So
yeah.
And I actually know one of their players, and that's actually Kevin Deneen.
You got to know Kevin Deneen?
I know that he played on that team.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was a good player. I think some of those guys went on to coach and had some pretty good careers.
Yeah.
I see a couple of other hands up. Chris Piotrowski has his hand up again.
Yes, I do have a question. For people that are thinking about getting jobs at News 12, do they have to do video production?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a good way to get your foot in the door. Video production, running a camera, right? You can there are many different jobs behind the scene that maybe you don't even think about too. There's writers and producers. There's people that work on the assignment desk, so they might take phone calls from viewers that have a big story that they need to tell us about, like there's a buyer or something like that. So yeah, there's many different ways to get your foot in the door.
I was just asking because I did film production in high school.
Oh,
And I'm trying to think I could do something more.
Apparently I have one today,
in a
and
way
apparently I have
with the
one Thursday.
job.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good experience. You got some experience under your belt already, right?
yeah, but I did not go to college for it, so.
That's all right. You might know more than most college kids. Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah,
You never know.
yeah.
Natasha, you have your hand up again.
Yes, so since you mentioned about Vermont earlier, like did you take your crew up to Bennington or to Stowe, like with your WFSB station?
The radio.
In Vermont?
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny over the years because I worked at a couple different stations in Vermont. So I've probably been to just about every nook and cranny of that state over the years, which is, and it's, you know, I mean, it's a little bit bigger than Connecticut, but not population wise, but, you know, certainly land wise. And it is pretty, you know, I mean, I just, you know, as I've gotten older though, you know, I just don't like the cold as much.
I have been there because I have never been to Bennington, but I'm going there for my 45th birthday coming up.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Well, I mean, not yet in December. And then in Stowe, Vermont, it's the original home of the Von Trapp family.
Oh, the Von Trapps. Yeah, you'll love it there. I think you're going to really like it. You're getting excited now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I hope you have a great time. Abby, you have your hand up.
I had a question.
Yes.
How long have you been a reporter for?
I've been a reporter almost 30 years.
Wow.
Wow, impressive.
I know, right?
Well, if you go to NBC Connecticut's website and type Over the Edge in, I made the news.
Oh, wow.
The sports reporter, Matt Finkel, had gone down before me.
Uh-huh.
And he interviewed me after.
Oh, I'll have to go look for that. That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say I'm working. Yeah, I just got a job working at a college 1 day a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, at Mitchell College in New London.
In New London, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Helping the HR person file and everything.
Oh,
that's awesome. Very good.
Because I had to get an ID to be on campus.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah, they made me get
congratulations.
an ID and everything, of course.
Yeah.
Well, what you need, Abby, though, you need a car first so you can get to Mitchell College so you can drive yourself there.
Not a question.
Yeah, sorry if I keep looking away, but I have sports. I teach, so I keep leaning over.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on all that. I have another hand up.
Oh my goodness.
It's me.
It's you.
Sandra.
Yes. Big snake. I have a question for you.
Yes.
What kind of job do you have right now?
Well, now I'm a reporter. Yeah, so I do actually kind of wear many different hats. So I'm mostly a reporter. Sometimes I'm also an anchor like Kevin Nathan. And then, well, of course, we just had the election, right? So we do election coverage. I was in Trumbull covering the Bob Stefanowski campaign.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be snowing soon. I'll be out in the middle of a snowbank somewhere, telling you about how high the snow is. So it just depends on, you know, where they need me, you know, kind of like you guys, right? When you guys compete.
Yes.
Usually you do many different sports, right? So
Yes.
it's good because it makes you more well-rounded, right? And the more you do, the more fun you have, right? So
Yes.
that's a resounding yes from
And they
two.
also they fulfill the role of being an athlete leader and our spokespeople and ambassadors. So they do wear many hats as well, right?
That's true.
That is true, Debbie. You are
Yeah, you're right about
spot on.
that.
I love how they respond to you, and I mean, let's give a big hand to Debbie. She does a lot. Let's give her a big hand.
And Angie, we're partners.
Oh, that's so
No.
cute.
Aw.
We love you, Debbie.
Oh, I love you.
Angie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
We
sweet.
love Mark.
Yeah,
How
love
many-
Mark.
Aw, Debbie,
You're
how
the
many years
best,
have you done
Debbie.
this now?
So I've been with Special Olympics about 17 years. I just started
Wow.
working with the athlete leaders, what, 2-3 years ago, you guys? Probably about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably somewhere around that, Deb.
Back, Deb.
Wow, that's interesting.
I
So
love it.
Mark's done a lot for us. He's emceed events for us. He's emceed bowling. He's emceed
Yes.
Yeah, I
some,
remember.
Team Connecticut
Yeah.
functions that we've done. So we've got to get him back at our events, maybe at the Fairfield Plunge or something like that.
I did it.
I
Find you
I
again.
remember we saw each other at the Milford Bowling.
I'll let you,
we
we'll
gotta
do
get
the
him back
plunge.
at-
I'll let you guys throw me right in.
Yeah, I love it with you.
I will.
That'll
I
be our
get it.
next in-person
Easy.
event, right, you guys? We could
Yes,
do some
I
like,
get it.
maybe we could do some like interview, practicing or something like
Yeah,
that.
that would be so
kinda
fun,
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
it?
would be good.
Hey, Deb, do you think maybe next year, if everything's safe, can we do a studio tour of Mark's place? I've never seen it before.
Ooh, that would be a question for Mark.
I think
Is that all right,
would be
Mark?
Fantastic. You tell me when, and we'll make it happen.
That would be cool.
Maybe when I'm not working, like on a weekend or something.
Well, yes, and you're gonna have to be not working.
Of course.
That would be nice.
I'm
Oh,
writing
yeah,
that
it'd be
down.
something
That's a cool
good.
thing.
That would be fun, actually.
We'll get a big bus and we'll just bus everybody right in.
And invite the
good
parents
one.
too, Mark.
I was gonna say
And
something
not
real
in
quick. though, but-
person, maybe on Zoom, so people could see on Zoom where the station is and what do you do there?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Do a tour on Zoom. That could be a cool thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
you
yeah, we
want,
did that
in
with
person
Renee
or whatever.
once.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got about 10 more minutes. So is there anybody that hasn't gotten to ask a question yet that would like to?
I was gonna
Anybody?
say
How
something
about
real quick.
John Taggart? I see John
ahead, go ahead,
Taggart
John.
has his hand up.
Yeah. Mark, what are 3 ways to describe about yourself?
Say again, John?
What are 3 things that describe about yourself?
Wow, that is a really good question. You guys have like the best question.
Wow.
Have you guys been practicing? I think you have.
He is a practice.
You guys are better than a lot of our reporters.
Thanks.
Really? 3 things that, wow, that's a tough one. Oh, 3 things that describe me. Well, I would say, as you probably know by now, I'm fun, right? I like to have fun.
Okay.
I try not to take myself too seriously. But obviously for some stories I have to be serious. And I think I just enjoy people, I mean, that's probably the biggest thing that I love about my job is that I get to meet new and interesting people because everybody has a story, everybody has a story to tell. It may be a happy story, it could be a sad story, but we hope that it inspires other people, whatever the story is. And I think that we learn in our business since COVID, more people want those kinds of stories. They want those uplifting stories and happy stories because there had been so much sadness, and people getting sick and everything. So, yeah, so I hope that answers your question, John.
That's great. Is there anybody else who hasn't asked a question yet but would like to?
I do.
Who's that? Who said I do?
It was Stanley.
It was Stanley.
Stanley? Okay, go ahead,
Mark.
Stanley.
Yes.
Who's that?
You do sports on channel 12?
Yes, when I first started Channel 12 in 2009, I was the weekend sports anchor there for a while. And that's also where I covered some of the Special Olympics events and got to meet Allie and some of the other athletes.
Oh, wow.
And then I transitioned into being a news reporter and was a nightly news anchor for a while. And but I love sports too, because I mean, look, I mean, you guys know better than anybody because you compete, is sports sports is a great way to express yourself, right? I mean, you can show people your talents, right? You can have fun with people. You know, I know like when Allie is kind of at the starting line, you know, she's kind of joking around with somebody next to her. I mean, that's fun now. It's all about, I mean, look, it's all about the relationships, right? I mean, you guys have a great thing going here. I love this whole global messenger Zoom thing. I mean, I think it's fantastic. You guys should all really be proud of yourselves.
I brought my friends at bowling this past weekend, Mark, and that they were proud of my accomplishments.
Oh, that's so great.
Because I ended up getting a bronze at bowling.
That's amazing.
I got silver for my bowling too. I'm doing that weekend as well.
That's awesome.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have good news for you, Mark. I went to Salzburg, Austria, for the first time. I won 2 gold medals, and I was really thrilled at that. Yes.
Wow. So you've traveled around, huh?
I do.
Wow.
Well, right now, I have 139 gold medals right now in my room right now.
What?
Whoa! Whoa!
I don't think Michael Phelps has that many gold medals.
Well, that's the thing. But then I think the other thing we should also have is the other thing I was thinking in my mind though, and I just came up with it. I think they should have like a newsreel for Special Olympics. Like, okay, or like you have one person do a host, like you say, I'm this person, and I'm your new, and welcome to Special Olympics Global Messenger News. And we're here today, though, that we're here with people with doing track and field and running for Special Olympics. So let's go to them exactly, and let's ask them a question, though. Go right there and everything else. So I think that'd be to do.
I think that would be really cool. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I like that.
Does sound
Because
We could totally make that happen. We could have like one of you guys be a sports commentator at one of the sports venues that you're not competing at, and do something for Facebook or social media or something like that.
I'll try it.
I think that'd be a great. Because
I think Mark is inspiring you. I think he's giving you some good ideas here.
I mean, when was the last time we did a coverage of all our sports entertainment, like what we just did? Like I just did volleyball and I did softball, and I also do track and field. But what I'm saying is, like, when I get done with all my events, then I can mostly, we can be in different locations in the different location groups, like say in the swimming area, and then like we can do one thing, and the person does the camera, and like they can say like, okay, well, I'm here right now. I'm here right behind me right now. I see all these special people who are mostly doing their swimming. So we're gonna go over. We're gonna ask people exactly what place did it came in. So we go in and everything else. So you ask them a question and everything else. So, and you say, okay, you give them this question: what is Special Olympics to you? What does it mean? What type of special place would you like to have in your heart as Special Olympics? Does your parents support you by helping you with Special Olympics? Do you set a goal of what things are out there and everything else? So what type of things would you like to do? And then the other thing is, when you get done with Special Olympics, what do you do after? Do you like go home? Do you like go out to eat with parents? Do you like hang out with friends and everything else? So there's a lot of things that we can mostly ask on everything else. So there's a lot of things we can ask.
I love it. That's a great idea. Wow.
And yeah, the best question to ask them too is like what does Special Olympics means to them, and use it in their own words.
And the other thing is, like, if we have, like, say, police officers, firefighters, and especially WWE wrestlers, we can have them come up to us. I know someone will probably like, will stand right behind us, be like, okay, well, I have this guy named Andre the Giant. He's right behind me right now, and I want to ask him a question. All right, sir. I'm gonna give you the mic and everything else. So, what is a good thing to know exactly what Special Olympics means to you, and then he'll ask the question and everything else. So, or like you go to like different wrestlers and everything else. So, I mean,
think
that would
that's
be
a
a great idea.
Aaron. I think we can talk more about that. So we only got a couple minutes left. Maybe we can fit in one or two more questions, huh? John, maybe John's had his hand up for a while.
I have one.
John Fraser, and then Remy. Well, then we'll go to you, Remy.
Yeah, Mark. Do you like to being an anchor or go out on the field?
That's a good question. I really like both. I mean, I think the perfect job for me would be to maybe do a little reporting, a little anchoring all on the same day, because I do like being out in the public and talking to neat people and meeting all kinds of folks, but also kind of letting you know kind of what's going on too, to keep you safe. So that's a really good question. Thank you, John.
And Remy, I promised you can go next.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a two-parter question. Marno, how long have you been working with News 12 and how many stories have you covered?
Oh, wow. That's a good one too. Let's see. I've been with News 12 almost 15 years. And geez, I've probably covered hundreds, maybe even, I guess, close to thousands of different kinds of stories. So you can imagine the different people that I've had a chance to meet. It's been pretty awesome.
So out of all those stories, which one did you like doing the best?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because there were some really good ones. Actually, I got to do a story recently with a girl from Trumbull by the name of Amanda Mamana. She was on America's Got Talent, and she has a speech impediment, but she can sing like nobody's business. I mean,
that's
beautiful voice.
Oh yeah.
And that was a really cool story to do, because first of all, it was cool to meet her, and she's written all her own music and it's just beautifully performed. But to see that moment, and I saw that moment on television when she first was on the show and had to speak to America, and really, had to share her personal story with people, and so people heard her stutter, and then when they heard her sing, they could not believe it. It was like a miracle,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Really?
It was cool.
Amazing. So we're coming up on 1 minute to 7 o'clock, and I want to be respectful of everybody's time, especially Mark's, because I'm sure he's had a long day and he wants to spend some time with his family. But maybe he should just leave us with just some words of advice. Does he have any advice for us as athlete leaders and spokespersons and ambassadors? And then we'll kind of wrap up for the night. Thank him. But any advice for our group here, Mark?
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, no, I think
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, absolutely, John. Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
You're very, very welcome. I'm speechless now. Yes.
We all thank you, Mark.
Mark.
Everybody, thank you.
You're one.
Remy, I'm sorry.
Awesome, that you're wonderful.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you. That's so nice.
I think
Very
that was the
handsome.
fastest hour. Like it went by like.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where the time went. I mean, that's the thing.
We're gonna have to get Mark to come back next year. We'll get him back. I know we're almost into the new year, right? So I could say that. But he's always a wonderful guest and is so gracious and generous with his time and his support for us. And I know we've all really, really enjoyed hearing from him this evening, and we'll be watching him on News 12. I'm going to send you guys the link so you can tune in and be like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Let me just say for one thing, Mark, you've always been a wonderful friend to me, and I always appreciate our friendship together.
Oh, well, I feel the same way. And I love getting your emails and hearing about what's going on with you and your
We'll keep in
trips.
touch.
Yeah.
In here.
absolutely.
Do you still live in Fairfield, Mark? Because I'm going to send you a card.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that makes it easy too with the plunge, right? It's right in front
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's give Mark a big round of applause, you guys.
Debbie,
Talk in the morning, Logan, okay? Sound good?
Yes.
All right.
good.
So I'll see you at 4 next week, Deb.
Yeah, Thursday meeting this Thursday, we have a meeting at 4 o'clock. Then next Thursday is our holiday party on Thursday at 7. And then the following Monday is Hinkle Trivia. So I'll send you guys.
Oh, I love trivia already.
I'll send you the
Thank you.
recording of this meeting so you can all watch it again. And I'll see you real soon. And we wish Mark and his family a joyful holiday season.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
And the same
Thank
to
you.
everyone. It was so nice to see
I'll
everybody.
email
Thank
you
you, Mark.
soon, Mark.
Appreciate it.
And
Thank
happy
you.
New
Have
Year.
a good night, everybody.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Bye.
Well.
Bye.